What's going on, everyone? Justin again, as always. Thanks for watching my channel. Welcome back. What is today? Wednesday? Cheers. That's right. Tonight we're going full butt wiper, kicking it off with the king of beers. Alright, I know it's a little bit later in the month, but let's look at the August Protec monthly, see if I can't see anything that I thought was a killer deal. Let's see. 8-piece master hammer kit. I mean, talk about getting down. Damn it. I don't know if I need $500 worth of hammers, but here's an 8-piece Wilton hammer set for 430 bucks. So I guess if you really needed some hammers to beat the hell out of some stuff, that might be a pretty nice little pickup or score for you. Here's the Bash Special 6.5-inch utility bench vise with a bashing sludge hammer, 250 bucks, 245. So that looked like a pretty good deal to me. I don't remember how much I paid for that vise at the Tractor Supply store. I may have to revisit that. Alright, let's keep cruising here. What else do we got? Not really into the Mayhew pry bars. They're alright. Anything else that kind of stands out here? I know it's you guys are like, let's see the catalog, guys. If I don't look like a good deal, I'll just keep pushing through it for you until I find something that does kind of jump out there. Wow, that's actually pretty expensive. I didn't realize that's how expensive that thing was. I thought it was beefy as shit, to be honest, when I first saw it, but I always thought it'd be pretty cool to actually have one until I seen the price. Anyways, M18 fuel, 1-inch high torque impact wrench with 1-key bar tool, $1,120. God dang. I don't need it that bad. So I guess we'll just keep using the 1/2-inch. Alright, let's keep cruising here. What else stands out as something that's pretty cool? Ingenuitive. Anything? Come on, there gotta be something in here. Okay, these Liesel or Lyle is actually the company that makes those swivel gripper oil filter band styles that I have. I think you guys have seen. You probably asked me who made them. I wasn't sure. I thought it was made by Swivel Gripper. That's just what it's called. But it looks like Lyle or Liesel actually sells them. They're about 25 bucks a piece depending on what size. They have ones that go 4 5/8 to 5-inch to 5.5. So pretty nice little oil filter band styles to pick up. I have some. I got a couple of them actually, and I like them. Power Probe 3 Master with free 5-volt adapter. So this is that one that helps you to find shorts or opens in the wire. Plus you get the Power Probe 3 plus all the other little goody connectors right here. That goes for $370. Not sure if that's a hot deal or not. But the fact that if you don't have a Power Probe 3 and you also kind of wanted something that could find shorts or opens, that's a pretty good pickup actually for a tool truck. Okay, for a tool truck, you'd have to see how much those things would go for, either individually or grouped on Amazon. But overall, I think the idea of having the master kit and just buying it all in one shot is a good idea. Let's see what else do we got going on here. Some breathing masks, some chemicals, pressure tank, smoke machine. Seen better deals online. And that's pretty much all that stands out to me for the Protec. So I wish there was more to show you, really. I mean, if it looks good, chances are I'll show it. Okay, gonna talk to you about some 1/4-inch specialty stuff because I was in a 1/4-inch frenzy this last couple days actually. I actually had to bust out my Matco spline drive kind of extracting kind of sockets deal here. They are I think these are like an 8-point spline. But what made these unique is they have a lot of bites. So when something's rounded off, they actually dig in, bite it, and that's what I've used them for, is like slightly rounded off fasteners. And they've worked out great. So I've had to use those a couple times already this week. Another 2 pickups that I absolutely needed, and I kept borrowing everybody else's for like the last couple months now. I finally just went ahead and decided to jump on it, and I bought the 1/4-inch metric mid-length gear wrench. Goes from 4, 5, 5.5, all the way up to 15 no skips. That's what I loved about that set. Don't know that I'd ever use 4, but the fact that it also covers 5.5 and goes all up to 15 no skips, I'm already digging it, man. Great set to have. Super glad I picked that up. Another one that I picked up that's another Gearwrench special here, and you guys might have seen this in maybe somebody else's video, I don't know. I hadn't seen them yet in someone else's video, but I did see them on Amazon a handful of times. Thought I'd pick a set of these up. This is the Gearwrench Impact swivel sockets. Goes 5, 5.5, all the way up to 15. No skips. Picked those up off the Gearwrench truck since they really didn't cost much more than it would have cost me to buy them on Amazon. So I went ahead, spent a couple of extra dollars, picked them up. Phenomenal. Been using the hell out of them so far. Picked them up Tuesday, used them all day Tuesday pretty much, or what was left of it. And then I used them pretty frequently today on this one car, this Chrysler Town & Country that I was doing these manifolds on. What a nightmare that was, right? So the story behind that, why it was such a nightmare for me, was because it has this crossover tube, and then you had to pull the exhaust completely out and get it out of the way so you can slide the manifold through up and over the rack and pinion to get it out. Then when I went to go put it in, so when I noticed this is when I pulled it out, there was no gasket. And on some of the engines that I've done exhaust manifolds on where there is no gasket and it just mates up to the block, you don't put a gasket, because if you put a gasket, it causes a leak. Well, guess what happened? I didn't put the gasket on because there was no gasket and there was a leak. So I had to take it all back apart and put the gasket in. Be my luck today, huh? Other weird little 1/4-inch things that will come in handy that will save your butt, and yeah, you pretty much need almost all of them. I think I forgot one of them, which is the world's smallest 1/4-inch ratchet from Snap-on. It's about yay big. I left that at work. The other one would probably be my universal style or driver style pivot access. This thing's great, man, for driving, for getting into weird angles, to just getting into awkward spots where you don't really have a lot of room. One thing that's kind of I don't like right now is that it does slip one specific tooth. I can't find it, but every once in a while I get that one slip tooth, so there's that. But other than that, sometimes this selector switch you gets bumped and you got to reposition it. Other than that, phenomenal, awesome thing to have, and I'm loving the Craftsman so far. I haven't been using this so much today as I had the Craftsman, because I wanted to really put the Craftsman through the test. One thing I wish that Craftsman pivot style would have had is some kind of comfort grip, because I did notice the metal was actually kind of digging into my hand a little bit. That's okay, you know, I still use the heck out of it, but I would always crack it loose with the comfort grip first, then go back at it with the other one, because it does kind of dig into your hand a bit, just a bit, not a lot. Still a phenomenal little ratchet. Glad I got it. Fixed head. Fixed head comes in handy because sometimes you don't want it to pivot. You want it to stay perfectly straight because you got to stick it up into some weird spot to get to, and you don't want any movement whatsoever. So a fixed head 1/4-inch is definitely going to be a friend. Another little fan favorite that I picked up right here is this 1/4-inch flex head Pittsburgh ratchet. So far so good. Been using the hell out of it. Outside of the selector switch, absolutely love it. Does get into some unique spots, and again, sometimes I just want a little bit of flex, but I need it to be up just high enough. And this one, you can see that there's a difference where this pivots, this one pivots differently. So I get just a little bit more action, a little bit more room up there before it pivots, where this one pivots right now. Sometimes I don't want to pivot right now. I want to pivot in about a 1/2 inch. So I'll get that extra little drop, and then there we go. So that helps me out a lot. So I've loved having it so far. Haven't had any teeth slip yet. Here's the 1/4-inch Craftsman. So far I like it. Like I said, except for I wish they would have made one with a comfort grip option. I think, you know, I'd pay an extra probably 10 or 20 bucks for a comfort grip option. That would have been kind of cool. Something else that I thought about too was on the back of the head here. The head is a little bit thicker than the Snap-on, and that the mechanism itself that switches it from lock to unlock, a little bit more raised than the Snap-on, which is fine. We're comparing apples to oranges here, but look. Overall, it's a little bit on the bulkier side, but it still works out really well. The overall length of the two, I wish that it was a little bit longer. A little bit longer handle would have been nice too for some added leverage. I think that if they went a little bit longer, maybe I wouldn't be like, oh, I wish it was a comfort grip, because then I'd have a little bit more leverage. So where I didn't have that comfort, I'd have a little bit more leverage and I could crack it loose. I think that was my biggest thing, because if I grabbed this from this, I could crack it loose with that because it had the leverage. If I take this one and go to this one, I have just that little bit more leverage and I have a comfort grip. If I was to take this one to it, I got just that much more leverage and I got that comfort grip. So That's what I'm saying. Craftsman, if you're watching me, I'm trying to make you great again, okay? Look, let's talk about making the 1/4 inch universal swivel and the 1/4 inch ratchet just a hair longer. Or maybe put a comfort grip on there. That would be nice. Okay, last but not least, certainly a favorite of mine. Wish other companies would start making them this long. This snap-on 1/4 inch does get into some weird tight spots. I can get above things that I can't otherwise reach and work them out, and I have the leverage that I want. So if I don't want to jump to a 3/8 because I don't have enough room, at least I have the leverage, and this thing gets twisted up, man. It starts to have some flex, but it cracks things loose. Haven't had it slip teeth yet. I got no wood to knock on. So, at any rate, knock on wood for that. So those are some 1/4 inch favorites of mine for the week, for the month, for the year, for whatever. That's what I've been kind of collecting up. Look, guys, if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give it a thumbs down. No, I don't have links to the spline drive Matco sockets for extracting. Maybe some of you guys might. I can put the link to Matco's website, but you're going to have to buy it from a distributor, as I don't think you can buy it online. You might find them on eBay. But I will throw links down there for you to go towards the 1/4 inch impact as well as the 1/4 inch mid-length Gearwrench sockets. Phenomenal, man. When you need them, and you got them, you're glad that you got them. That's all I got for this video. Thanks as always for watching. Cheers to those of you that have your beers, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your work week.